You know she means business when she's gonna guzzle some Diet Coke. Hashtag not sponsored. I think my landlady's just had a crash with the trailer on the back of her car. One sec. Anyway, take two. I'm gonna sit here and talk to you today about periods and hiking because I think more girlies should be openly talking about this in general. Like, I'm sorry, but there's so little research and regards into our menstrual health that we just kind of get overlooked massively. And I don't have enough fingers on my hands to count the amount of girls that I know who struggle day in and day out with their periods. We've got robots and electric cars. Like, why can you not understand what's going on down there? Anyhow, I'm going to talk to you about a solution that I found works for me. Granted, it's not going to work for everyone because we're all different, but sometimes it can help, and you never know, it might work for you. And there's no harm in trying. So about like two or so years ago, I thought, right, fuck it, I'm bored of my menstrual health impacting my overall health, and whether that's my mental health, my physical health, everything. It literally controlled me. And to this day, in fairness, I still live by my period. I still live by my cycle. I think it's really important to be slow and nice to yourself. So I really just listen to my body, is what I'm trying to say. And from that, I went down a deep rabbit hole of these menstrual products that were actually really harmful to us. Like, why? What do you mean there's bleach in tampons? I don't care if my tampon's white because it's not coming out white. So why do you need to put bleach in it? I didn't mind pads, however, I find them a bit annoying. I find they create issues of odour, especially as I was going into van life full time, and then I'm also hiking and out on the move. I'm a sweaty girl anyway, and it just pads weren't working for me. The same with period pants. It just, I wasn't able to, like, once I use them, put them in a washing machine, and I also found that quite wasteful of water. For my lifestyle, like I said, it just wasn't working for me. And then I understand that there's like CBD tampons, stuff like that. There's a few brands called Day. Someone recommended them to me. I might give them a go. However, again, like, I just find it quite uncomfortable because of my menstrual health issues. It just, tampons as a whole, I just find them quite uncomfortable. So anyway, that's what got me onto period discs. Not period cups, period disc. The difference with a period cup and a period disc is how they are held in place. So, a period disc is exactly that, a period disc. It sits in the wall of your cervix, and you kind of like insert it, you squeeze it together like this, you put it in, it'll open back out, and it will sit in the wall. Where obviously a period cup, which is slightly different, is inserted and it's held in place via suction. I didn't get along with period cups, especially where I'm always active, out and about. I just got worried that this period cup suction was going to come undone. And for someone who periods fluctuate in terms of their flow, their duration, when they start, when they finish, it just wasn't a game worth gambling for me. So hearing that this period disc sits in the floor of your cervix, I thought, well, okay, I'm going to give that a go. Let me break down price-wise. Obviously, this is a little bit more of an expensive product. I think I brought this for around 20 Great British pounds. I looked at what their retailing price are in New Zealand dollars, and they're like 70, 80. However, and I understand that is expensive. I completely get that. It was expensive for me back in the day. But when you start adding up the price of tampons, the price of period pads, obviously I get period pants are reusable. But again, like, if you're using single product, if you're using single use product, the price of those things builds up. Granted, I get you can buy a box of tampons and it'd be like 5-7 quid, but that's it. And then you're buying another one. I would sometimes have to buy a box of tampons or a box of pads every cycle. By the time I bought one of these, and I've been using it now for a year, I have made my money back from what I would have spent on single-use products with the price of this. And the reason why this isn't single-use and why you get so much for your buck is because if it's made from medical grade materials, which this one is, this particular brand is Shorty, also look into that, make sure they are made with medical grade products, whether that's a period disc, a period cup, anything like that, make sure it's made from medical grade silicone. Because it's made from that, it has a lifespan of like up to 5 to 8 years. Now, I'm not good with maths, like at all, but I can guarantee I've not only saved myself and made back my money within a year of using this, God, I don't know how much I would spend in 5 to 8 years in sanitary products. It is better for the environment. It's not single use. I'm not throwing it away after one use. Also, the other bonus is that I found great is it really reduced my cramping and just the uncomfortableness down there. I know some girls change their tampon whilst on hikes. Love that for you. You are absolutely entitled to do that and you're slaying the game. But it also made me think, okay, so you've taken that tampon out, you've taken or removed that pad, you then got to wrap that up and keep that on you whilst you're traveling around, which is fine, I get it. But again, if you're doing it for multiple days of hiking, or like me, I was living in a van and I'm putting it in a bin, granted, okay, you can go dump that straight away, but I'm also thinking, sometimes that just wasn't the case. Getting rid of that single-use product, it's good for the environment, it's good for your back pocket, and it's just good for waste in general. This is where you've got to go. So now you're thinking, okay, how does it work? So obviously it's a disc, and very much like a cup, it just collects it in this disc. It is so easy. I have never leaked with this in, and let me tell you, I was a leaker. Different sizes for depending on different flows. I think I got a medium to heavy flow size one, and there's also different sizes in just general. Now I get that it can be a little bit gamble because I don't know what size I am down there. But any website you go to will kind of give you a good understanding and have guides to help you. This little dingy thing, literally like a period literally like a tampon string, and that you helped pull that out. You do that when you sat on the toilet, and you can literally just empty it into the toilet. If you're in a private toilet with a sink, I would just then run it under the tap to give it a little bit of a rinse. But if you don't have that, or you're kind of quickly doing it, you will be fine putting it back in. Just make sure that when you are then at a toilet or you've got water with you, that you can just give it a quick rinse. And that's it, done. The first few times, granted, a little bit messy because I'm working it out. That's why I'd advise, if you can be in a private toilet, do that, or have wipes with you, or just make sure there's tissue there to wipe your hands, stuff like that. But it's not the end of the world. And also, to me, like, female toilets and shared toilets are safe spaces. Like, no woman is going to sit there and judge you if you've had to go to the toilet, you're on your period, sort something out, and you've got a little bit of blood on your hands or whatnot. And if they do judge you, on site. In between cycles, to make sure that you're looking after your health and the lifespan of the cup, you boil it in, you boil it in boiling water. You just put it in boiling water. So put a saucepan on, boil some water, stick it in, and then, like I said, if you've got one that comes like a little bag, I just put it straight back in the bag until I think I'm going to come back on, and then I put it on. I will forever and always be a woman who speaks about periods and opens the discussion about periods, because, like I said, there's just not enough education about it. And it's even to the age of me being 25 where I'm still having to learn and still having to do the research of why my body or my mind feels a certain way and how that's related and linked to my cycle. This is a little bit more of a serious video for me if you're used to watching my vlogs or recently my little cooking business. But sometimes serious videos need to be had, and I think whilst I got a platform, regardless of its size, I'm going to speak about it because there may be a young woman or an older woman or any woman on here listening right now feeling in despair about their menstrual health and are trying to look for anything or everything possible to try and help better their menstrual health. And this just might be something for you. Like I said, we're all different. All of our bodies are different, and we've all got our own vaginas. I will link their website in the bio below, as well as I will also link a bunch of different articles regarding menstrual health and just information and support around that. I think more women, especially people in the outdoorsy community, where I just don't see the conversation being brought up at all, should speak about it and just share their experiences, because you never know, an experience that you have found so isolating maybe what might be something that someone else is finding really isolating, and just sharing that can make you both feel like, okay, I wasn't going insane and I wasn't crazy for feeling that type of way or having those sort of symptoms, and it wasn't all in my head, which we're often told that it is. I'm not crazy. If you want me to be, I will be, if you say that to me again. But anyway, thank you always for watching. If you have stuck around and watched this video, much love and appreciation to you. But yeah, give a pussy cup a go.